Hey now. Today we're doing my 90th review. This is Frank Ocean's Nostalgic Ultra. This one actually got some views after the fact. I still think this is Frank Ocean's best work. Fight me. Starting the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nostalgia is a hard word to describe, and yet at the same time,
It is.
it's a word we immediately recognize because we all feel nostalgia at a passionate level. Moments in our life, pieces of our past, our memories, even...
I feel like I'm much better at being like a good sentimental, like speechy guy rather than a joke guy. I think this is when I first bought that army jacket thing I'm wearing. I think I still got that. It was like one of my favorite shirts and things to wear.
I love that most people love. It's nostalgia and women. Let's begin.
In my face, ain't smoking anyway. Don't let the high get away. Novocaine, baby, Novocaine, baby, I want you.
Hello and welcome to Soul.
God, I haven't listened to that song in a minute. I think it's because it's harder for me to listen to mixtapes. But I fucking love that mixtape. I would give it an 8 out of 10 now. Mostly just because that song Novocaine is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I adore it. This is probably the longest I've gone without listening to it since I reviewed this mixtape.
So this won't take as long. That being said, despite the fact that Frank left the music world for a very long time, him dropping these 2 new projects and they still find such success,
this is when I was confident enough to be like, hey, let's review project number 1 and just reference the upcoming projects that we'll review soon. Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you guys to please listen to this album. If you enjoyed it,
I think it took me a while to review Blonde though.
Give the video a thumbs down.
A little bit.
That being said, with my background for Frank Ocean real quick, I wanted you guys to know that I'm going to be basically a new listener. I haven't really heard the other projects.
Again, this is an R&B project. Having some R&B instrumentals in the background, not a big deal.
And they're going to be all new to me. And I just want you to take that into consideration. If Channel Orange is this big classic, I haven't heard it yet, so it's not really affecting my review for this one all that much. That being said, for you guys who don't know, Frank Ocean...
I watched a review where someone said Channel Orange is one of the best albums of this decade. And for whatever reason, that just stuck with me. And I've kind of been like, whenever I think about it, like, that's one of the first things I go to. And then immediately, like, be like, no, it's not that great. Even though that's like one person saying that, not like a collective.
It's because it captures...
Although... I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that.
Of video games from, his childhood. So a lot of old Nintendo 64 games and shit like that. Games like GoldenEye.
Yeah, I really want to listen to this album again. It's weird, I listen to Channel Orange more than this one now, mostly just because Channel Orange is on streaming platforms such as Apple Music, and I can do that I can listen to that very easily without having to do much, whereas this mixtape can only really play it from so many locations, like the house, and then the house, and that's it, I can play it on my iPad while I'm taking a shower or something, but that's it.
I think that's pretty cool, and I don't know Frank Ocean.
And with all the projects I've reviewed, whenever I'm done reviewing it, I kinda, like, I have a giant recycling bin in my brain, and it just keeps getting bigger. Because I put a lot of fucking shit in there. Sometimes intentionally, a lot of the time unintentionally. I love that these review commentaries are just starting to turn into podcasts that like have very little to do with the actual thing I'm talking about. Usually, the point of these was to kind of give more insights into my reviews, get a chance to talk about the piece of work since I've last reviewed it, But in cases like this, I'm obviously just doing my standard formula. You know, I'm getting better, but I'm not quite there. And my project, my opinions of the project is pretty much the same. You know, it's bogged down by too many tracks I don't like, but other than that, it's really good. And then tracks like Swim Good, Novocaine, adore them.
Guy who has a library, and the library is his collection of records, and
I'm probably gonna listen to this right after this review. Actually, I can just lower the thing and have this open with my music at the same time. Look at me doing stuff. Now I'm just gonna search Frank Ocean.
Keep living. I don't write anymore, but I still live, and very cool concept there. And there's also a track called Novocaine, which is my personal favorite.
Of course, Novocaine's your personal fucking favorite.
Concerts, and they're smoking together, and he can't feel his face because the track is called.
I think that was the first time I referenced smoking, despite having smoked.
And at the same time, she's a porn star trying to become a dentist. Another Novocaine.
I felt like that was weird, cause like. It's a part of culture to the point you have to reference weed at some point if you make talk shows, podcasts, whatever it is, because it'll get brought up. And I felt like that was the first time where I was like, oh wait, my stance has changed dramatically. Because I'm not straight edge anymore, sad face. Which I was for so long. Said no so many times. 19-year-old who doesn't plan on getting married anytime soon. Well, I guess it hasn't been anytime soon, but and I still don't plan on getting married for a long time, but just hearing myself say that was kind of, just like, oh, neither of those are completely true anymore. I'm 19 in this video. That's crazy.
Very catchy, very mainstream friendly, but also very alternative. And he proved he could bring a lot of cool song concepts, which is probably my favorite part about the project. And
my haircut game was on point during this time period, I just realized.
From start to finish, that actually feels like its own unique experience. And just real quick, there are bitches who love Radiohead. Okay, they're out there. Quit making it look like they're not, Frank. They're out there. With that being said, guys, I hope you.
Even though I've never met a girl who liked Radiohead.
See you on the big Channel Orange.
Do 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 do.
And with that being said, guys, I give Nostalgia Ultra a
7.
Strong 7.
Yeah, strong. I always put that in there when I feel bad.
As always, thank you for watching. You are the best.
Strong 7 out of 10.
If you feel inclined, you can check out my Twitter, my Patreon, all of that good stuff. And, thank you for watching.
A random ass comma in the title.
I love you. Keep writing. Keep living. And with that, I leave you.
Oh, and then we cut to this beautiful piece right here. I love soul music's old catalog. Anyway, guys, that was my review of Nostalgia Ultra. I went on to review Channel Orange and Blonde, both post 100. So, yeah. And since then, I have kind of given up on my looking at an artist and going from album to album. But I also am kind of, it's just like in the eternal backlog, as I like to call it. It's in the Yu-Gi-Oh graveyard, they can kind of come back whenever, but for right now they're dead. Anyway guys, thank you for watching as always, and until next time with that, I leave you.